Welcome students, in this class we will learn how to design this simple header. Now if you were to see this header, you got a golden colored background for this. You got a logo at the left end and then you got the navigation bar. Of course we are going to change these title here, and then we got a small advertisement for our services which is being shown there. So this is solely done on HTML. So that means the site that you place this on is going to be very fast because we are not adding any extra fittings to it. So having mentioned that, let us go on to learn how to code this. So I've got this tag here, document tab. Then from here on, I'm going to start the HTML. Language is equal to English. And then we got to have the head tag, and then the meta char set is equal to UTF-8. Close the Angular tag and then place the title tag. Say this is a service or travel website, travel services website, and then we start with the body. So in body we are going to have a table. So it's going to be table border. I'm going to have a border of 2, and then the width is going to be 100%. The height is going to be 100 pixel, and then cell padding is going to be equal to say 5, and then I'm going to have a BG color. BG color is equal to channel FFD500. I think that would give us a golden background. So with this, I'm going to start the TR, the row, and then the TD. In TD, I'm going to have 2 data. So that would be a width of 25%, or maybe 15% will do. This is for the logo. And then I'm going to give the logo, and then the next TD is going to be the menu bar. So in this TD, I need to put in 2 things. So one is the services that we are offering, and then the navigation bar. So what I'm going to do first is say, let me place this about our company, and then show it to you how it looks. So this is the way it is looking now currently. So what we need to do is we need to divide this particular place into the navigation bar. So that is our objective. So for that, what we need to do is we need to go back. So in this case, I want to have a table here. So in TD, I'm going to have a table. Table border is equal to 0, and width. So this TD has to have a width. So the width for this is going to be 85%, and this table will come into this width. So I can give a width of 85% for this. Let's see how it looks. 85%, and the height of 100 px. And then after we have done this, we need to give some cell padding. Cell padding is equal to say 10, and cell spacing is equal to say 3. We are not going to touch anything about the table border, or in other words the background colors. So we have a TR here, and then we're going to have a TD for this. So in TD, I'm going to place in the navigation. So let me just place the navigation first. So I'm going to have home here, and then I take this TD off. So I'm going to copy this I'm going to paste it. So let us see how it looks. So if we have to see the table does not have any border. So we need to bring the border. Let's go to the code. So instead of saying border 0, I'm going to say border 1. I'm going to save it and go back to the page and refresh it. So we got a beautiful border. And we need to put the services there. So we need to do some small adjustments. So what we need to do is, instead of saying 100px, I'm going to remove it and say 30px. I'm going to save it, go back, and that looks much better. And then this is going to be home. This is going to be about us. This is going to be products and services and offers, and this can be claims or refunds, and this can be contact us. We save it, we go back and we see the page. So that looks much better. So let's go back, and we need to do some adjustments. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put a center tag for these things, and then place this inside. So that will be the simple thing to do, because if I were to save it and go back and see it, I would have this centered. So that looks much better. Let's place the center tag everywhere. And now I'll move the headings and place them in between the center tags. So save it, go back to the browser, and you get a beautiful heading. Navigation bar is now set, but we need to display some Marquee. Okay, we will have to put the Marquee above the table. So let's have that. Marquee width is equal to, say, 120px, and height is equal to, say, 30px, and direction is equal to right, and let's put in the services. Say we offer great satisfaction to our clients. Now I save this and I go back and I refresh it. You can clearly see this is going on, but it seems to be a little bit too faster. So I want to put in a scroll delay. So in Marquee, I can, instead of saying 120, I'm going to increase the width, and then I'm going to put in a scroll delay. There is an attribute called scroll delay, and I'm going to put it as, say, 100, and save it and go back to the browser. Probably I can increase the delay a little bit more. Maybe I can put in 300 and the width to be as 300. I save it so that the entire line is readable. Right, so now you have this Marquee effect coming into play, and that looks so good. So the flow is controlled. It has a good temperament. So now what we need to do something about the logo. Now I have placed the logo here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give a style here. So style equal to color. I want to give a dark color, and then I want to have a font family I'm going to give cursive and then font size, say 60px. So let's see how does that look. I'm going to save it and I'm going to go back. So that looks neat. So that's the logo part. We can also change the color of the Marquee. So I want to go to the Marquee section now. Marquee, I'm going to put a bold tag, bold B tag. If I were to give a B tag there, everything will become bolder. Style is equal to color, colon. Maybe I can give in a dark green or dark magenta, and then I can give a font family by default. So let us see how that looks. Okay, that looks fine for me. So we offer great satisfaction to our clients, right? So that is nice. So now what we can do is, if you are interested, we can fill the space here. Now if you can see this, you got that additional space over here. So I want that to be nullified. So for that, what I'm going to do, now we can get rid of that space by a simple attribute. So go to the table and say align equal to center. That's it. If you were to give that, go back to the browser and refresh it, and navigation bar comes exactly to the center. So that looks really beautiful. Now what we need to do now next is to place links to these navigation. So we can do that. So before home, we need to place a tag href. We now have a link there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste it before all these headings. And now what I need to do, I need to take this off, place it in between. So once I do this, I will get a beautiful menu. So save it, go back, and then you get this, you get the beautiful menu. Now you have links all over here. You got links all over here. Now one more thing is that if you were to look at the navigation bar, you can see that there is a line going on in all the links. So these are all active links: home, about us, products, services. These are all active links. But the problem is that there is a line that is drawn underneath these navigation links. So that looks too odd. So for that, we need to do a small line of code, and we can put it as the style there. So open the style tag there, and since it's a href link, so just place a there, and then open a parenthesis and then say text decoration colon none. That's all, and semicolon, and save it. Go back and then you refresh it. All these lines would automatically vanish. Now you can see the default color is blue. If you're not happy with that, you can just simply add a color component there. You can just say color. I can go to the lighter or darker part of the green. Okay, green is fine. So I save it, and then so you got the color there. So there is a change in color, and this is our navigation bar. This looks neat and clear, and the advantage of having a navigation bar with HTML alone is the speed becomes impressive. So the browser doesn't need to load additional baggages to display it, and faster page speed means more clients. So thank you, students, for